is Ruben Mendoza. This morning, I am going to introduce to you the big three of Greek philosophy: Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. So before anything else, I would like to say good morning to my professor in MAID 102, Ma'am Trixie Cubelias. Good morning, Ma'am. And also to my classmates in MAID 102, good morning to you all.
The big three of Greek philosophy: Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. The ancient Greek philosophy arose in the 6th century BC and lasted through the Hellenistic period. The Greek philosophy covers an absolutely enormous amount of topics, including political philosophy, ethics, metaphysics, ontology, logic, biology, rhetoric, and aesthetics. Of the big three Greek philosophers, allow me first to introduce to you the very known Socrates. Socrates, born around in 470 BC, he lived in Athens, described as a very ugly man, who often walked barefoot and wore the same kind of clothes whatever the weather, and is also an excellent soldier. He had a great physical power and could endure a lot. Socrates also was a very disciplined person, interested in the development of a person's moral character, and he lived in a virtuous life. Socrates differed from the sophists because he believed in looking for the absolute truth in an objective fashion, while the sophists believed that people should make decisions based on what they felt was true inside of themselves. Socrates felt that society needed wisdom, and that wisdom was more than the subjective truth that the sophists praised. So who were these sophists? Who were these sophists? They are the intelligent men who traveled from place to place, teaching subjects like grammar, rhetoric, debating, argument, logic, and literature. The philosophy of Socrates. Socrates was concerned with the question of ethics, moral behavior. Unlike the sophists, he believed that there was a definite right and wrong. He also believed that people could accept it and apply it into their daily lives. He said that it was up to people, society as a whole, to establish those things that are right and those that are wrong. Socrates was also concerned with justice. He wanted life to be fair for all. It was a person's duty to explore the truth regarding right and wrong, justice and injustice, courage and cowardice. He worked to find principles and laws that all could live by and be happy. Socrates' style was distinctive. He questioned people through discussions or dialogues. He chose people who were experts in their field and who fully understood the topic being discussed. He adopted the role of ignorant questioner, pretended he did not know, and wanted to be educated. He asked tactful questions which would bring the experts to the dead end. They would run out of answers, and this showed them and others that they did not have all the answers and so were not experts. Therefore, the aim of this method was to get to the truth of how a person could live a good moral life. Socrates was executed in 399 BC. Socrates was forced to drink a lethal poison. He was given the opportunity to escape. However, he chose not to escape, drank the poison, and died. Socrates lived these famous quotes: "It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one." Who is Plato? Born in Athens, Greece on 427 BC, he is the ancient Greek philosopher, student of Socrates between 470 and 399 BC, a teacher of Aristotle in the mid 384 to 322 BCE, and he is also a founder of Academy in Athens. Plato's philosophy. Every individual should devote his life to what is best fitted for him to do. The important function of education is to determine what every individual is by nature capable and fitted of doing things. Poor leadership will lead to wrong decision. Social justice is giving what is due to whom it is due. Plato's work related to education. Republic is a dialogue which discusses the education necessary to produce a society. It is an education of a strange sort. He called it pedia. Pedia refers to the process whereby the physical, mental, and spiritual development of the individual is of paramount importance. Plato's epistemology. He distinguished between the reality presented to us by our senses sight, touch, taste, sound, and smell, and essence of form of that reality. Plato's teaching method. Plato recommended play method at elementary level. Students should learn by doing. Plato also wanted motivation and interest in learning. He was against the use of force in education. Plato wanted a place where children love to go and stay there and they will play with things which enhance their education by playing. Plato gave importance to nursery education as nursery education plays a vital role in the education of man and it helps to build his moral character and state of mind. The most important part of education is proper training in the nursery. In Plato's plan of education, the educator is considered to have a greatest importance. He is like torchbearer who leads a man lying in the dark cave out of the darkness into the bright light of the outside world. The teacher is thus the constant guide of the students. The teacher must be a person of high integrity and must possess high self-worth. He must have pleasing personality, in-depth knowledge, and professional training. He should be deeply committed to his profession, have high sense of responsibility, and a true role model. Plato's leave these quotes to us. Education is teaching our children is to desire the right things. Aristotle. Aristotle born on 384 BC. He was a Greek philosopher and a polymath, and a student of Plato and a teacher of Alexander the Great. His writings cover many subjects, including physics, metaphysics, poetry, theater, music, logic, rhetoric, linguistics, politics, government, ethics, biology, and zoology. Aristotle as an empiricist. Empiricism is a theory of knowledge, which states that knowledge comes only or primarily from sensory experience. Aristotle is an empiricist because he thinks that all knowledge comes to human beings from and through sensation. Our minds start out as blank slates, and from sensation we get our ideas or the so-called contents of our minds. Aristotle's and metaphysics. Aristotle's metaphysics has as its central theme on an inquiry into how substance may be defined as a category of being. According to Aristotle, the being of any individual things is primarily defined by what it is, that is, by its substance. Aristotle and metaphysics. Aristotle divided his metaphysics into three parts: the ontology, geology, and universal science. Aristotle and epistemology. Aristotle defines soul as the form of a natural body that has the potential to possess life. This body then must be furnished with organs, lungs, stomach, etc. Life then is a process of growth and nutrition. Aristotle leaves us these quotes: knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Thank you for listening.